Hello! In this video, I wanted to show you something different, something quite unique actually, to all of you who are interested in payment. Many of you come to our courses because you're starting to develop code for a terminal, or you're starting the integration of a POS device with an existing system. As you're starting those activities, you only need to do unit testing. You have your device on your desk, you insert and remove your test cards, you press the keys for the amount and the PIN, life is simple. Then you certify and you deploy, and it gets more complicated. You are focused on going live as the end goal, but now that you have your first merchants running transactions for your system, they keep requesting new features, more brands to be supported, finer integration for your API, you name it, they'll want it. If you want to know why this happens, have a read at Crossing the Chasm by Geoffrey Moore. Your early market will be made of innovators and early adopters, and they'll have chosen to take the risk of using your new product because it solves a problem that they have, and they'll want to steer you in the direction that solves their problem. You need to retain them, at least at first, so you'll do it. You'll keep adding features. But once your system is live, your unit testing is no longer good enough. For every new line of code that you write, you need to make sure that you aren't breaking anything. Your merchants will not take it kindly if their device downloads your latest code, and suddenly they can no longer process payments. The more merchants you enroll, the more likely one of them will stumble across the one bug that you have in your code. And word spreads fast these days. At some point in any such deployment, regression testing becomes unavoidable. You just have to test everything thoroughly on a regular basis. Your reputation depends on it. And it's a pain when you use physical devices. If all you have is a website, you can just use some automation software that will click everywhere and check that everything is fine. But when you deploy a physical device, it means that you'll need to repeat what you used to do on your desk at a larger scale. Insert and remove all sorts of test cards to test out all the processing flows. Key in the right amounts to trigger the whole simulator responses. Type in the PIN codes and check the receipts that get printed. If you got to this point, well, congratulations on launching a working product. The reason why we're making this video is to show you a way to ease the pain. And that solution is brought to you by Abrantix. Now I want to point out that we're not affiliated with them and don't receive any commissions on sales or anything. I was just given a tour of their solution and I thought it really cool, so I wanted to share it with you and spread the word. Abrantix is a software company from Switzerland that listen to their clients' pain points and move to test automation with robots. So this is not like the BTT where you can do a lot of testing but still need to manually interact with the device. What Abrantix have is actual test automation for terminals with very little human interaction needed. How this works is that there's the robot at the heart of the system, of course, and we'll show a short clip later about how it operates. And it's combined with a card multiplexer for your inputs and an automation platform to make it all run together. You can buy it, run it in your own premises, or you can get it as a service, give Brandex some of your devices and have it operate remotely. The card multiplexer. It works as you could expect it. You feed as many cards as you need for your testing. The output probe will be inserted and removed from the device by the robot as needed by your test cases, and the automation platform will switch between the different cards. It comes as contact, contactless, or combine. You can see on the picture it's not just cards you can put in, you can also insert a phone for mobile device payments, and you can also insert probes from other testing tools. The automation platform, they call it Paytest Hub. It's all in the cloud, as you'd expect it nowadays. You can access it from anywhere, it's got a nice dashboard. You can set up your test cases, expected results, and schedule your regression runs. And when it's done, you get a nice report. I posted a link below about how to write and execute a test case. As with any new platform, it takes a little bit of time to get used to the syntax and how all the pieces click together, but the platform gives you a lot of flexibility and you can test just about everything. Now the robot, that's really what you came to see. They come in two flavors, T1 for one terminal and T4 for 4 terminals. It comes with a built-in camera to see what's happening and take pictures of the screens and the receipts. There's a little robot that inserts and removes a specific card if you're always using the same one, or the probe from a multiplexer or some other testing tool. It's quite flexible. The T4 model allows you to run tests in parallel on up to 4 devices, and you can see that there are 4 input robots, but only 1 finger. The automation platform works it out transparently for you. The finger jumps from one terminal to the next. Since there are always downtimes with terminals, waiting for screens to change and card interaction to be finished, the one finger is really enough for 4 devices. Now let's run a short clip so you can see how powerful the system can be in running your regression testing. If you've ever had to run just a single certification project, you can imagine how having a robot punch in the amounts for the test cases will reduce the number of reruns you have to do. They advertise that you can run about 100 test cases per hour, and I'll absolutely believe that after seeing the robot in action. You can also automate the automation platform. Paytest Hub comes with an API, so you can plug it to your existing system. What else haven't we covered? It comes with an OCR module, so it can read your receipts and check the text. And you can interact with Android ADB, so it can test elements that your terminals push to the logs. Now, I come from a background of selling automated test systems, so I'll tell you how we always promote these systems. It can save you time, reduce your costs, because fewer man-hours can do the same job. That's true, but that's not how you should view it. If your business is expanding, then you should rather see it as something that helps you absorb your growth more easily. Regression testing, run on a regular basis, helps you make products of better quality. It puts less strain on your support staff, it's good for your image, and it's good for your business. If you're interested in a product or you have any questions, you can contact David, who was kind enough to give me a complete tour of the whole system. Thanks for taking the time to watch this video. I hope it was insightful.